Okay, so real talk. One thing that gets mentioned a lot when talking about ADHD, but not really discussed in depth, is our issues with memory. Yeah, sure, everyone knows people with ADHD have memory problems, but what does that really mean? In that regard, most people without ADHD don't really understand. I'm going to be using some generalizations here, so please be aware not everyone with ADHD will have these specific problems, or they may have already learned to cope and work around it. Imagine binging an entire TV series in one afternoon, and at the end of it, you can't really remember the first half of the series. What happened? How did they get here? Who is this character? We have no idea.
Oh hey, happy birthday, dude.
Bro, it's your birthday.
What?
Yeah, those important dates on your calendar, birthdays, anniversaries, appointments, your kid's recital. As far as the ADHD brain is concerned, those days don't exist. We don't get to choose what we forget. Some people with ADHD will be excellent at remembering birthdays, but will never remember the dates and times of their important college lectures. We can recite every single Pokemon, but that important essay due in a week that we had 3 months to work on? What essay? Look, I'll even be honest about something none of us want to admit or talk about, okay? Basic hygiene. Oh my god. We'll forget to brush our teeth and our hair, we'll forget when we last showered, then we'll forget to get in the shower even though we realize we probably need to if the thought even passes through our mind. Deodorant? We might remember if we catch a whiff of our own finely aged funk, but if the deodorant isn't in immediate line of sight, we might forget again on the way to finding it. We will absolutely wear the same clothes for a week, or longer, if someone doesn't physically yeet us into the shower. If something isn't out in the open, we won't remember it exists unless we use it all the time. If you put something away in a drawer, it ceases to exist in our reality. This also applies to food. If it's in the back of the pantry, or the fridge, or in a drawer, or in a Tupperware, yeah, that's right, it doesn't exist. We can never find things we need around the house, because stuff sitting around without being interacted with much will become furniture in our minds, just part of the background. We'll forget to put something away for one night, and then it'll sit there for 6 months because it was always there. Wasn't it? What do you mean it's not supposed to be there? Yes, my Christmas tree is up all year round. Why are you asking? As you can imagine, living with memory problems like these is really difficult. Taking care of ourselves is a struggle, much less taking care of things around us. It's not that we don't want to or that we're lazy, it just doesn't stick in our brain. Now, there are some ways to work with this, like setting reminders on your phone, multiple reminders if it's for something important. When the alarm goes off, train yourself to react immediately. Do not just swipe the notification away. Stop it, you'll forget again. Set reminders for brushing your teeth, or eating meals, or doing homework, or whatever it is your brain has difficulty remembering to do. Everyone with ADHD is different and will forget different things, so a bit of self-awareness is necessary here. It might help to ask people you know what kind of things you tend to forget. Maybe they've noticed even if you haven't. Training yourself to react immediately to necessary tasks is key. It's hard, but it's so important. Make it a habit. Drop what you're doing and go do the thing you're being reminded of. Sticking to schedules is tough, but turning things into a recurring habit really helps the ADHD brain actually remember to do tasks. If you live with people, be honest about your struggles. I know it's embarrassing, trust me, and I know you don't want to be a burden, but it actually makes things harder on people around you if they don't understand. You don't have to deal with these problems alone. It's okay to ask for some help. Your loved ones see you struggling and want to help. They just need to know how. Honesty and communication goes a long way. As an example, my partner brushes my hair for me, and he reminds me to take my medications at the appropriate times. He also asks if I've eaten that day when he gets home from work. I have timers on my phone, but having another person involved helps a lot. For another example, I stream on Twitch quite often, shameless plug, and have a timer set to remind me when to go live. When that timer goes off, whether I go live that day or not, I've trained myself to go and give our cats their afternoon kibble first. It's a habit now, which means I don't forget to do it anymore. I'm sure the cats are happy about that. So please, if you know someone with ADHD, try to be a little understanding about their forgetfulness. It doesn't mean they don't love you or care enough. It's just their brain being a jerk. And if you're the one who has ADHD, be honest with your loved ones. They're not mind readers. Work together to find ways around your forgetfulness, and you'll find things get a lot easier for you. I promise. Thank you for listening. See you around.